Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to do the demo and review for the Jane Iredale Pure Match Liquid Concealer. This is the box here. This is what the concealer looks like. Pretty standard packaging, has your little flat doe foot. What else can I tell you about the concealer before I put it on? There are 16 shades. It's $30. I ordered mine from Ulta. It's online only. It is weightless, creamy, a soft matte. It's long wear and definitely brightening. I can test to that claim that it is brightening. I've tested this for a little bit and I do have some thoughts. Anything else I can tell you about this? It's vegan, sensitivity tested, dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic as well. I think that's important for everybody. Says that it's a versatile all over liquid concealer that even skin tone and imperfections, glides on effortlessly for medium coverage, buildable and undetectable on the skin. Okay, I'm gonna wiggle my body in so we can get in close. I have only half my eyeshadow done. I know that looks a little bit funky when I do that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go in starting with some very small dots, and then I will work out that concealer. I do have my corrector from Huda Beauty, the Faux Filter Corrector in Peach. If you guys are curious, that's usually what I use every single time. I did that before I started to kind of save some time because I've talked about that corrector 100 times. So as you can see, when you start to melt it out, it is like pretty effortless to blend. It has a really soft texture when you work it out. So as you can see, it is just a light to medium coverage. I'd say medium at best, but it is fine for day-to-day use. I don't think it's giving me as much coverage as I'd like, but it does blend in really effortlessly. All right, I'm gonna set this concealer with my trusty Givenchy. You know, sad about the change on this. Eventually I will have to pick a new setting powder. I am not out yet, so when that happens, you will probably see like 100 videos of different setting powders because it took me long enough to try this one and like this one. So that's that. But after this is set, you guys can see it's actually pretty. It's just not as much coverage as I personally would like. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup so you guys can get a full cohesive look because I think it always looks better when it's fully done with the rest of my makeup. All right, guys, with the magic of YouTube, all my makeup is on. I'm going to talk about what's on my eyes real quick because I know people are going to want to know or ask questions. So I am wearing the Clinique High Impact Shadow Play Shadow and Definer 02 mixed greens. That's what's under my eye, that really pretty green. And then something I wear all the time, which is the Ico Double Act Shadow Stick in Dust. I think it's Dust and Dawn. I don't know. I've sharpened off the other end, but that one is my two favorites for just a quick eye look. I kind of just put them on. Also on my cheeks, because I always get questions on my blush as well. This is a Pure Pressed Blush in Sunset from Jane Iredale. It's kind of this really pretty like red orange color. I think it's perfect for fall. But we are here to talk about the Jane Iredale Pure Match Liquid Concealer, and I have some thoughts. First off, I'm going to get my little body closer in here so you guys can get a better look of my actual under eyes. I do suffer from dark circles. I'm very much aware that they're still there. I could put more product on to fully cover them, but I like to have more of a natural looking under eye. More product does not equal a better look. Most of the time when you overcake it under there, when you're starting to have aging under eyes, it just looks bad. So I go with a little more natural, but that is also part of the problem, I think, with this particular concealer. It has a lot of oils and waxes in it, which is great for like smoothing and spreadability. However, I find after a decent amount of hours, I would say 5 or 6, I start to crease really bad underneath my eye, no matter what way I set it. powder puff with a brush, different types of powders. It just does crease a little bit for a long day. I think it's a good like everyday concealer because I do like the brightness that it gives you under the eye. It's just not long wearing in my opinion, or at least not long wearing with creasing. I do think it's better for probably mature eyes. I think if you're someone younger and you've got oily under eyes, this is gonna kind of break up and crack up on you pretty quickly because of the oils in it and the waxes. Overall, I think it's a good concealer. I definitely think it's worth trying. And I like the fact that it's a cleaner product, and that it's vegan, sensitivity tested, dermatologist tested, and that's non-comedogenic. I think all concealers should have that, just personal opinion. So I do think it meets like all of my like clean standards and, you know, trying to protect my skin. That's important to me, so that's why I tested it. I like a lot of Jane Iredale products, so that doesn't surprise me that I like this, but it's just not gonna be able to take over my top spot. My current top spots are these three concealers. Natasha Denona, the High Glam Concealer. I've talked about it probably 100 times now. When I first tried this and I reviewed it, I didn't like it. Once I changed my under eye routine, I fell in love with it. I feel like the longer you play with this product, the more you're gonna like it. This is a full coverage concealer, definitely long wear, has more of that like kind of velvety dry down. It just looks better under my eyes personally and gives the coverage I'm after. I do need to buy a lighter color though, because all the colors I have I think are more my summer shade, not my winter shade. Also too, as you guys know, I love the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer and Corrector. These two are just wonderful. I don't talk about this one enough, but I do love this for some brightness. This is a little bit thinner than the High Glam. So that's my number one and number two. And number third, kind of squeaking in on me, which really surprises me because I normally hate Tarte concealers. But my third would definitely be the Creaseless Creamy Tarte Concealer. That's their new one. There's just something about this concealer. It's definitely full coverage and it gives a lot of brightness, but there's something about it I just like, and my under eyes look good with it. I didn't get creasing with it, which is what I expected to get from this, which was surprising. Usually most of my concealers crease at usually the 8-hour mark, except for these two don't crease on me, the High Glam and the Faux Filter. This one will crease occasionally at an 8-hour mark, but for how creamy and hydrating, how creamy and brightening it is, and full coverage, I'm impressed that it doesn't. So those are kind of my top three. I would say this is somewhere in the top 10 for like best concealers I've tried, the Jane Iredale. I do like it. It would be something nice to have in a rotation and in my collection. But it's one of those things where I'm trying to keep my concealer just to top threes, and everything else will kind of go by the wayside. I do think it's important that you guys change your concealers all the time because your under eye could look better than you think it does. So definitely give new ones a try. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I post a new video every Tuesday. In that description box will always be my Instagram for daily posts, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.